Lights, camera, action.
I'm Danielle Pisek, and I am co-host.
And I am Michael Gerling, and I am also a co-host, and I'm also the executive producer of Back to the Movies. Back to the Movies is a show on UTVS Channel 21 that showcases local filmmakers' movies. They also focus on Hollywood movies, Hollywood gossip, anything that relates to movies, celebrities, and everything interesting.
I've worked on it this is my second semester now.
I have worked on the show for a year and a half now. I went to the general meeting of my first year here at St. Cloud State, saw the crew from Back to the Movies at the time. I wanted to join, but I did not have the time for it. Then at the end of my first year here, they were looking for a new host, and I figured, hey, it's a good time as ever to try out, see if I can get in front of a camera, try it out, and then a couple weeks later, I was told, hey, you're the new host of Back to the Movies. So that's how I started.
I went to the general informational meeting as well and thought that it was something that looked fun, that I could be creative with. They said that they were looking for another co-host, so I tried out and was awesome and got the job.
We try to have a writers' meeting once a week.
Talk about new releases coming up, and that kind of formats our show, how it's going to be depending upon what's coming out. Come up with a concept.
And then every segment host, because we have segment hosts that usually shoot their own segments. They're about 2 to 3 minutes long. They kind of come up with their own ideas for their own segments, hopefully base it on what the show's theme is, but it doesn't always have to be. And then over that week, before we shoot the show, they shoot their segments, they edit them. And by the time Thursday rolls around, hopefully everything's good to go, and we can edit it over the weekend.
My name is Rachel Howard, and this is my second semester working with Back to the Movies. I have done just about everything you could do for the show. Last year I did a segment host. I hosted a segment with the movie Up. I got to interview one of the dogs from Up. I've directed, I've done camera, I've done a little bit of editing and tapes. I really like that it's a relaxed atmosphere and everyone kind of feels like a family on Back to the Movies. We all get along, we all joke with each other and have a really good time, and everyone gets to participate. When I started, I was a freshman in some sense. It was my first semester working with television, and I got to try a little bit of everything, so I really liked that. So I've gained a lot of experience, and it's just a really fun atmosphere to work with. And you get to be creative. You can think of anything you want to do that has to do with movies and turn it into a segment. So you could use that for your demo reel, like I did with my Up segment. I had an idea that it would be funny to interview a dog from the movie, and one of the crew members had a dog, and I put it together and I got to do it, and now it's on YouTube.
The freedom to be creative, I think, is probably the most unique aspect of the show. So you're able to use a lot of your creativity in it. There's kind of no limits in what you're able to do. No one's really bossing you around.
We are trying to do things that the show hasn't done before, and hopefully none of the other shows on UTVS have done before. For instance, we have been working on a musical episode for some time. I don't want to give too much info because when it's aired, you're going to be blown away. But that's one of our projects. It's going to be for the season finale because it takes that long to prepare. It's not easy making your own music. We also, I think, have a puppy episode coming up where basically dogs take over the studio and kidnap us. It's fantastic.
Back to the Movies airs
every Monday at 6:30, so check it out. Be amazed. UTVS Channel 21.
Faux shizzle. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight.
And we'll see you next week. Until then, enjoy every movie you watch, and
peace out.
Try not to eat too much popcorn because it gets kind of fattening. I know. Take it!